cliffhanger.
Okay,
Actually,
reconnected.
yeah, I think it's very nicely dramatic.
I was. So for all, yeah, I know, but it's like, so I don't know what the last thing the stream caught was, but we have no viewers. So should we let them get back into the channel? Did it
They'll
restart?
have
Yeah,
to refresh to.
they'll have to refresh. Oh my god, that sucks.
Yeah, I'm showing
Refresh. Yeah, I'm
I
showing
show
9
more
now.
in my view.
9. There's 9 now.
Okay, all right. So, sorry. What was the last thing was said? I don't know exactly where it cut off. That was so bad timing, OBS. I hate you right now.
Or was it perfect timing by OBS?
If
It is
cut-
never perfect timing.
So
It
if
is
it cut out,
never.
if it cut out at the right moment, that would be awesome. But I doubt it did. So we're gonna go
OBS
back.
wants to be as difficult as possible, so that was perfect timing.
Right? Okay, so we're gonna go back to hand on heart. Your family saying that was painful, and I'm gonna let you pick it up from there, and then I'll pick up from after that point. Somebody messaged me. They're probably telling me where we got cut off. Oh no, it's actually telling me that we're streaming again.
We didn't know.
Wow. Deja vu. This seems like it happened earlier. Oh, wait, it did.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Oh
So-
wait, hold on.
Did it drop again?
No, but I'm like redlined. Like it's really bad right now. Why is it bad? What is going on?
Wait, are you looking at the Twitch dashboard?
I am.
Refresh that. Because that won't automatically refresh. You need to refresh that.
Well, that's silly.
Yes, it is. And annoying. Again, deja vu from earlier.
Yeah, I don't need
4
your,
times.
I don't need your bad juju.
You are bad juju.
No, I'm bad, but I'm not bad juju. All right. Okay, let's try this again. Hopefully we're back. Everybody's good. And take it away. Take 2, Gina. Take 2. Give me the same pain. Come on.
What's my motivation here? Just kidding.
So Ginya's just been told that she's exiled. So
Yes.
she's kind of in shock. She kind of puts her hand on her chest because it really hurts to hear that. Because this is her family. They've raised her. She's not really ever been separated from Vermouth for one thing. So she just kind of gets really quiet and pale than usual. And she's just in shock, so she can't really say anything.
All right, so you stand there in shock, and she takes a couple of steps away from you, and she's like very quietly, so almost like barely perceived by you. She was like, "I'm sorry, it is father's will," which you know is your uncle and Vroom's father. Like, he's in charge. So she's going to walk back into the shadows. Several of the guards that were standing there, including Captain the Rogue Guards, is going to like basically bow to her or salute her or let her walk off into the darkness. And then several of them will return back and says, no sign of her. How? And while this was going on, they did like basically rummage around inside the wagon. But nothing. No sign of her.
Well, now I'm getting concerned because I don't know where she is. So I'm going to kind of like walk away from them and kind of look around for her while not trying to draw attention to myself because I'm still trying to process the fact that I can't go home. And I kind of want to see her and talk to her about it because I don't know where she stands on this. She's been to Baldur's Gate, so does she really want to finish out this? That was her big thing, was wanting to go to Baldur's Gate. Maybe she wants to go home.
Knowing Vermouth? I don't know. So, While you're looking around, you can roll a perception check. You're trying to look for her, find her. Um, there are several elves moving around shadowly in the like amongst the wagons. Did we crash again? Oh, please tell me we didn't crash again. Come on. All right. You're a little bit. You're more taken aback by the fact that you are the news you've just been given.
Mm-hmm.
So you are looking around, but you know every time you think it's a vermouth shaped shadow, it turns out to be either one of the other elves or like just your imagination, because like images of you and vermouth and your childhood together are like flashing through your mind, um, and like your home. You know, you're remembering your home. You're remembering where you grew up. Basically, you were told you can never return there. So this is going on. Everybody's kind of like, again, everybody's listening to stories, and the fact that these people are telling stories is actually a big distraction because most people are paying attention to that or drink or ale, so you don't notice these people running around. Roz, you would have maybe noticed them, but you're talking to a bird right now, and Vero, you're in your meditation, but even in your meditation, you kind of wear certain things. So I would like you to roll. Well, what's your passive?
14.
14. Yeah, they're kind of quiet enough that you don't notice them running about. Songbird, though, you do see some of these shadowy figures like moving about, checking wagons and looking. You also
Mm.
notice that they go near like the wagons you suspect, and they are very like leery about getting too close to them. Like they go in,
Mm.
they check them, but they move like shadows. And whenever they make a noise, somebody will turn and look, and then they're gone. These guys are elite, so like elite guards for a reason. They move
Mm.
like ghosts.
Okay. She's gonna be thinking, oh. And they seem familiar because she had interactions with the type that she's thinking it is, right?
She's had
Like,
interactions with the type that she's thinking.
back
No,
in. Okay, let me. Hold. Give me a second. Back in Greenness, she remembers the family, right? Because she had interactions with the family.
you do remember the family, yes.
Okay. To Songbird, she's probably thinking this can't already be, and is she looking around trying to see because of the way they're moving? Is like, are those the family members or the guards for the family members?
So
Kind of
none.
still serving, but looking around because of the shadows. She's catching an eye of them.
So no. So the problem is that none of these guards were there at Green Nest. You remember the elves and the family. So none of these people that are standing here you recognize.
So weren't three guards that were outside in Greenest.
There were some there, but they're not dressed like these. Those guys are still
Okay.
over back by Roz.
Okay, so they're not the same ones
Right.
from there.
The Eagle Riders and the guys that are like basically scouring your camp are two different groups.
Okay, so then let me back up real quick. With these shadows, am I noticing um you said I noticed them go over to one cabin, or I'm just noticing them going to all the cabins. Or
You
not
notice
cabins,
they're going like you see
wagons.
them checking wagons as you're standing there.
Okay. So shadows checking wagons. Oh, that's lovely. All right, so I'm gonna try to see if I can pay attention to at least like one section to see if I can actually see what one of the shadows looks like.
What they look like? They look like elves.
Yeah, you said it.
They look
Okay,
like
they do
elves in
look like
very
elves.
fancy armor.
Okay, Songbird's gonna be like, Babe, how long have we been on the road?
I don't know. About a week. maybe a little longer.
Uh,
I don't know. And you see him
Uh-huh.
kind of go like this, and he starts counting. He says, 13 days, I think.
he was counting kegs, right?
Yeah, he's counting kegs.
Uh-huh. Okay. So Songbird's gonna still keep going, doing what she's supposed to be doing and everything, but she's gonna start looking around to see if she can see Jinya. She's still sticking to the tables and everything, but just kind of looking around in that direction.
You do see Jinya kind of like basically walking with her arms crossed, like she has a almost like a shocked look on her face, but you do see Jinya walking around, and Jinya is standing near Vermouth's wagon, and you can see that there are several of these guys at the wagon looking around, kind of like tearing it apart, looking at it, and then just off to the side you can see the sister that you do recognize. Well, I think it was the older sister. The sister that you met. That's the one that's there. I think she's the oldest one. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, that's gonna be fun. Okay, so Songbird's not gonna go over to where Jinya is quite yet because she doesn't want to have another interaction with that sister. Because as pleasant as he's with, hold on, halfling.
Roz.
Okay.
Oh, never mind. Hold on. Sorry. Trying to move it around, but okay. So go ahead.
I'm sorry. The halfling is getting ready for bed.
Okay. I mean, do you need a minute? I'll go to Roz.
No.
You sure?
It was one of those. Yeah.
Okay.
Right now she's getting her little moment with the iPad and everything, so it's that time.
Gotcha.
Schedule, folks. Schedules. Anyway.
I can't keep them.
Anyway, so yeah, she's not going to go anywhere near where sister is and everything. She doesn't want to have that interaction again. It's like once was enough. Absolutely enough.
That's fair enough.
But you said Jinya is still over by the wagon where the sister's at. Just kind of, but off to herself.
She appears to be looking around nervously, yes.
Okay. Songward's just going to keep an eye on Jinya just to see what's going to happen with her, but has to still keep going with what she's doing because that is her gig that she has to do. So she's going to continue serving and everything like that. And since the faux adventurers are telling their tale, she's going to pass out the drinks and hope everyone just gets drunk enough to forget what in the world this group is saying. Because that's a bunch of...
Okay, so you will continue doing your thing, watching what's going on, and watching this going on. Roz.
Yes.
So you have handed her your bow. She is looking at it. She kind of, like I said, she looks down at you. And she's like, there's some kind of like, she is just scanning you. Like, she is looking you head to toe, deep into your eyes, and she's like, it's yours. And she hands it back to you.
It kind of gives her a head nod. Well, thank you. You seem to know. It told me to find the river of gold and to take it to the castle in the sky. Means nothing to us.
Means less to me.
Well, thank you for letting me keep the bow. Is there anything else Ross can do? He must finish his checks for the evening.
I need you to wait just a moment longer.
Yes, by all means, yes.
So, Jinia, we're going to come back to you. tearing apart the wagon. Everything, not tearing apart the wagon. They're looking around and they started like checking other wagons. Now they're basically checking all the wagons that are in this close group, but they are like starting to fan out to other ones. And then you just hear like a sharp, shrill whistle, and a lot of people hear it and like turn, and you see all of them start breaking into a run. Ahead of them, you could see Vermouth.
Okay. Is she running too?
Yeah, she is now running, and they all are giving chase. They're heading off into the woods. Roz, you hear the whistle as well as the eagle and the rider, and they both turn and look in the direction. And you can hear Vermouth saying, "I'm not going back. You can't make me." And they're like, "Princess, please make this easier," as they like continue to chase her into the woods. Well, not the woods, but like away from the camp. Several of the guards come running over and they're like, "What's going on?"
Bolo.
Bolo?
Just throw like wrap her ankles up, take her down.
Oh, take her down. So, Vero, you hear all this happening as well. So, all of a sudden, a group of armed elves that were like not part of your caravan are giving chase into the rocky formations, and you could see ahead of them they're chasing Vermouth. Eventually, Raz, they will be heading in your direction. What do you do, Ginia?
For me,
Wait, hold on.
they
I'm
get
run
a
after him.
they get a
Hold on.
comedic side eye from me of just I look over and see it happening, and I go back to what I was doing.
And okay,
We're
Ginny,
not supposed to know each other, so
that's
Yeah, but-
fair.
You would probably see me running, and you know me.
But he didn't wait to give you a chance to say anything yet, so we're gonna try to do this in order again. Go ahead, Ginia.
All right, so I'm gonna run past, and I'm gonna see Vero sitting there. So I'm gonna kind of pop him on the arm and be like, "They're after Vermouth."
okay. I guess we're letting everyone know that we know each other. I guess okay. Then I will.
I mean, we're going after a group. All anybody else would know is that we're going after a group of people that were going through wagons that we don't know. So
There's
Oh,
a
that's
sh-
fair.
there's a
makes sense
streak
to
of
chase after
fire that
them.
just goes flying by one of the guards.
Oh,
I'm definitely gonna
well.
give Vero a very serious look. I'm like, something bad is gonna happen if we don't go.
Okay. Then I will follow suit with Jinya.
Okay, so the two of you kind of like, wait, I thought we were supposed to be, let's go. Okay, I'm coming. So the two of you go running off. Songbird, you see Ginia and Vermouth go running off.
Vermouth or Vero?
I'm sorry. Vero. Yes, thank you. Vermouth is already running. So you see Ginia and Vero running off.
All
See,
right.
bad with names, even though they're written
Alright,
right in front of me.
So, kind of holding a tray and looking at what's going on, somewhere's going to look like Vade,
What?
did you happen to see what was going on right there?
So it looks like a bunch of soldiers are chasing some lady into the moors. I'm serving drinks here.
Okay.
Not
Do
my
you want me to
business,
assist?
and they weren't drinking here, so I don't really care.
So, I'm guessing I am to continue about my business, aren't I?
I would. Well, I mean, do you want to go help strangers?
Considering your girl left, well, you saw your girl leave, huh?
Wait, that was Ginia?
She.
Watch the
yeah,
wagon,
yeah.
and he'll go running off.
Don't you dare! You don't know how to protect.
You don't know, and he's gonna go running off into the woods.
Anything that's left, I keep.
He'll skid to a halt. No, no. What do you mean, keep?
Well,
Listen, I have to rescue my maiden fair. Watch the wagon, I'll be back. And he'll run off. This is going on.
I'll
So
take all the
people are kind of like standing up and like looking and going, what's going on? Everybody heard the whistle. So now other people are like breaking up, trying to figure out what's going on. And eventually, they're like coming to you like, what's happening? What's happening? What was that? What now? Remember, the elves were very quiet and stealthy. So technically, all there is like some flashes of light going off in the moors now. I keep wanting to say forest, but there's no forest. It's just rocks. So flashes of light are
haven't
going
you
off.
heard-
People are watching this happen.
Haven't you heard? Mars produce this kind of gaseous light that looks absolutely crazy at night. Sometimes reflections off the campfire were called these flashes, sparks, sometimes looking like flames cutting across, It's advisable not to go in there right now. Just sit back, enjoy the light show. Trust me.
So a lot of people are just looking at you like, what? And then one of the companions starts talking and says, yes, I've seen it. But it's not just light shows and gases, folks. It's apparitions. And they start going off into this whole thing about how they kill ghosts.
See?
And then most people are just like, some people are confused. They're listening to the story. They're captivated by the story. But other ones are like, I need to go find out. So a few of them, especially like the Roz boys, they're going to check out, see what's going on.
Don't say I didn't warn you.
All right.
Can't wait till they come back with their butts all roasted.
Wow. Okay.
That's
violence.
in Songbird's head.
Um.
They should have listened.
Vero, Jania. Okay. Roz. So you're there, and basically, like I said, their two heads turned and looked in the direction of the whistle, and then you see like a flash as a firebolt is gone, streaks across the land back towards them. You hear no shouting, no nothing. You just hear, well, you don't hear them making any noises, but you do hear Vermouth screaming like, I'm not going back. You can't make me. She is talking in Elven, though. And then you can hear some noises at the camp. The Eagle Rider shakes her head. She's like, blast it. And she will give a caw, like an eagle shout into the air.
Roz, well, nobody else is there, but he has kind of the look of confusion mixed with a little bit of fear. He's like looking around. He doesn't understand what's going on. I mean, he understands the process. They want to take her back, but I guess it's maybe the means that they're going through is very disconcerting for him. But he does not interfere. He stands where he's been told to stand.
All right. So, Ginia, Vera, what you see as you're chasing this group into the thing is you see that they're kind of like hurting her, staying clear, trying not to get shot as magic is flying in their direction. Some of it's fairly destructive, but you're not sure if she's just trying to scare them or kill them. It's unclear if she's just a bad shot. They're really skilled, but there's a lot of close calls. But then
Do you want to clarify? Her bad shots have been detrimental to a lot of people.
Well, that is
Yeah.
fair. So again,
Oh, fair.
so as she's running forward, you watch as she like turns again, lets off a shot, runs again, and you can tell they're chasing after her, but they haven't drawn any weapons. They're just basically chasing after her, and you hear an eagle screech from your right, and then as you like hear that, register that noise, you watch as a silhouette like dives out of the sky and just slams her to the ground. And she disappears behind a wall of feathers as a giant eagle just lands on her. The rest of the elves will rush forward and kind of like duck under the feathers. As they struggle with her. Are you two doing anything?
Well, I'm going to continue running forward because she's obviously said that she doesn't want to go.
Right.
And I mean, I've been banished, so or exiled, so what are they going to do? Exile me more?
That's
So,
fine. Yeah.
but I don't know how far behind this huge wall of feathers we are, or whether I'll be able to get there in time to do anything.
By the time you arrive, what you see is there's a giant eagle on top of her. Well, not on top of her. And basically, it's to the side of her, and she's being picked up and gagged and bound. So one of them has her hands like kind of like in the bent back hold, so she can't move and struggle. And they have
Mm-hmm.
both hands on either side, so she can't wiggle her fingers. And one of them has basically gagged her.
All right. So I'm gonna run up and stop, get really close and stop and say, she doesn't want to go with you.
You will hear a female voice from the side. You recognize it immediately. She doesn't have a choice. Her choices are up. I gave her ample time. She didn't get far enough. She's going home. And she will be away from you. Vero, you see and hear all this.
Yeah, I'm just giving a look like.
Also, Roz, you see this too, because this is happening. You're all pretty much like within an earshot. As you guys are standing there, more people come running up. So Bade comes running up, and he's like, "Are you okay?" Like to you, Jania.
I'm gonna kind of like push him away and kind of run towards them and kind of fight to try to get Vermouth loose. I
Okay.
realize there's a lot of them, but I'm distraught.
That's fair and a good reaction. So you run towards him like, "Wait, stop!" So as you're running towards them, Bade, you push him away. He's like, wait," and he'll come like over, and as you run up and try to push them, they will push you back and draw weapons. And you will hear in a sharp female voice, "Hold," and they will kind of just hold their weapons but look at you, and they will not give up their grasp on Vermouth. They are trying to bind her, but they're also trying to keep you separated. Bade will come over and kind of grab onto you. It's like, "What's going on?" Vera, what are you doing?
I'm currently watching because I mean, obviously, I recognize who these people are, and I'm not trying to fight a small army.
That's probably a good choice. You do notice that the Roz boys have arrived as well, along with a couple of other guards, and they're like, "What's the meaning of this? What's going on?" Roz,
The
you're
Who
also
Boys?
there.
I'm sorry. Oh, the Roz Boys. I was like, the Who Boys?
The
Oh,
Roz boys.
that took a second to click. I was like, excuse me?
So there is people gathering. There's more people like showing up because they weren't like totally unseen. And then magic going off kind of brings people out. Eventually, like more people are showing up, and the captain of the guards will speak. He's like, "My lady, this has gotten out of hand. We must leave." So she will like stand in front of you, and she's like, "Are you still struggling, Ginia?"
No, because at this point I'm looking around and seeing all of the people that have come to
Mhm.
see what's going on, and I'm seeing how many people fighting this is going to put in danger. And these people have no idea what's going on.
Mhm.
But I feel like they've been drinking, so yeah, they might want to fight. And they're in super grave danger because these are like elite guards.
They're in danger.
And so I'm realizing that this fight to keep Vermouth with us is only going to end up with a whole lot of people getting killed and Vermouth probably getting taken away anyway. So I'm
Okay.
realizing how futile the fight that I'm considering putting up is.
Okay. So like I said, people are confused. They don't know what's going on. They're holding like Bade is trying to like hold you. It's almost like he's trying to protect you. You'll notice like the Jawa is there as well, like watching what's going on. Um, and Vero's standing there, and the guards obviously are elite. They are trained, and they basically have Vermouth held. And Vermouth is struggling. She's not just standing there, but they have overpowered her. There's enough of them. Eventually, they will get her restrained and bound, and one of them will sit her on the eagle in front of them, and then sit behind her, and that eagle will be like basically hop, flap its wings a couple times, and take flight. The last thing you see as it goes to take flight is Vermouth looking back at you like a single tear running down her face. Um, and then they will disappear into the night. After that eagle leaves, the one by you, Roz, was like, "Good luck in your plight," and she will like flap her wings and like set off of the thing. You have time to like say something as she flies away.
As she, yeah, just as they lift off, he'll say, "Safe travels, my lady."
Then you will see most of the guards will like back away into the darkness, and as soon as they get far enough away that they've disappeared, they just ghost. They take off. The only one still standing there is the sister, and she will like basically look at all of you, and she says, and she will give her introduction. Now again, these are Vermouth's families, so I don't remember their names, but she will introduce herself as such and such of clan, and she's like, "I am here to reclaim my sister and my family by order of my father, Lord of," and go on the whole litany. She says, "No crimes have been committed here," and she will turn to walk away.
Is that how you get out of doing sketchy ass shit? You just announce no crimes were committed here? That's a genius.
They're elves. They think everybody should just listen to them anyway. So everybody's just confused and like, who are those people? How do you know those people? Like, what just happened here? Was removed, and you hear like one little voice was like, "Was she a princess?" I know what to declare when I get groceries next time.
Yeah.
Eventually, you're all standing there. There's about and it's probably like a dozen people standing here at this point, including all of you. And it's just quiet darkness in the woods again. Bade, being Bade, will be the first one to say something. And
Oh,
like, and he'll like stand in front of you, Jenny, and he'll kind of like duck down to like look at you. And go, "Are you okay?"
I'm just gonna kind of give him a look like, why are you standing here? And then I'm gonna kind of just like walk around and past him because I'm still dealing with the fact that I know that I'm exiled and like nobody else here knows that.
No, most of them
And
didn't
I'm
hear the conversations where you
mm-hmm.
included. So it was like she doesn't want to go. So you could have been just trying to help a stranger at this point.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna kind of start heading back to our wagons
Okay.
and kind of taking deep breaths and trying not to like burst out into tears as I'm walking because I'm thinking of all of the fun times that I had with Vermouth when we were younger and all of the people and things that I will never see again because I've been exiled and I can never go home. So I'm trying to hold it together while I'm walking,
Mm-hmm.
not doing a real good job of it, but just hold my head up and just continue to walk towards our wagons.
All right. So you head off, and most people are watching you as you head off. Some of them will look over to Vero. The Roz boys will head right over to Roz, going, "What happened? What's going on?" Vero Bade will kind of like watch Ginia walk away, like very serious, very solemn, and he's gonna like lean into you. He says, "I think she's warming up to me," and then he's gonna walk away.
I'm just gonna give like a huh? Like not even like warming up. Like I didn't even ever know they talked. Like
They haven't.
and I'm just gonna like knowing that I think I could see enough that um standing near Ginny is not the best thing, so I'm just going to be kind of like strolling behind at a safe distance.
Oh, the brothers are there. The brothers are also there because when you guys ran off, they ran off. Like they
Okay,
followed you.
then
So the brothers will show
I'll
up as
stay with the
well.
brothers then.
Eventually, Karen will show up and she is going, "What's going on? What is the meeting of this?" And she'll head right over to Roz. Like she doesn't even look at the rest of you. The Roz boys are there asking you questions, and like shortly after, Karen shows up with more of the guards. Um, they're like, "What's going on?"
Um, Raz himself does not quite know. I do believe that the giant eagles that have been harassing us for the last few days, they will no longer be here, and all of the commotions, that was a family matter, not Roz's family. Um, that is all Roz can tell you. His family matter, it is over, and no one is in dangers, and the Eagles are gone.
So
You will have to trust me on this.
Karen looks at you and she says, "I trust you." And she like looks around to scan real quick. She doesn't really notice Vero before she says, "Elves in their drama." All right, everything's fine. She kind of like waves her finger around, and everybody starts heading back to the camps. The Roz boys will stand there a little bit longer, like talking to you. Roz is like, "Are you okay? Like you like what happened?" And they'll just try to get more details out of you, but you don't have to answer them. It's more like they're just fanboying as you walk back to camp. Like, "Hey, I got to speak to Roz." Um, so you'll continue your thing. Eventually, everybody will head back to camp. Vero, what are you doing? Like, as everybody heads back, you head back with the boys and stuff.
Yeah, with the brothers. Yeah.
Okay. So now, while all this was happening, something else was happening at the camp. I mean, at the where we left Songbird all by herself. So
All
Songbird,
by
you're
yourself.
taking care
Yes.
of the thing. You're serving drink. It's not really that difficult. You know, you are taking in your tips. You're doing after their idol. So, so you're going through it and everything, and what you notice is the companions started like embellishing on your story, and when things start going off, they don't run off like certain people. They don't seem to be caring at all. In fact, they try to ignore it completely. But
Hmm.
you do notice that somebody seems to be very captivated by their story,
Uh-oh.
and he's just like hanging on their every word. He offers to buy them drinks. They're like, "No, we don't drink. It's not good for the body." He's like, "For food," and the big one, the barbarian-looking one, he's like, "Food. We'll always take food." And the couple of the females, they're like, "Yes, a little bit too much food," and they kind of like pat their bellies, but they, are continuing going around, and you see they have sucked him in, just sucked him in.
Is this long nose?
No,
Okay.
it's Aldor.
Oh, the other one. Okay. I was like, oh no.
Vero, while you're standing
Yep.
there, you notice like everybody's going about their business and like starting to head back, and you notice the Jawa is just standing there watching what's going on.
Just standing by himself.
Yeah, he's just kind of standing there, like watching people, making notes of like he seems like he watches Jinier for a few minutes, like shakes his head a second, and he like looks over at you and kind of just and he'll like turn and watch Roz and the boys. It just seems like he's you know quietly observing the three of you.
Hmm. Okay. I'll just make a mental note of that, I guess, and continue back on my duties with the
Uh,
brothers.
Okay.
Has Songbird seen Roz or Vermouth come back in?
Um, no, not yet. Eventually, you'll notice Roz will return to the camp. But Roz didn't immediately return to the camp because he got interrupted in his duties, so he actually circled around. Probably continued his. I'm assuming Roz would have continued his scouting.
Yes.
Yeah, so
Okay.
he probably took a while.
And what about Junya?
Um, Ginia would have came back, but I think she would have kind of like she wasn't gonna be like wandering around or anything. I think she went back and like sat down by the wagon. But Ginia, what did you do?
I went down and sat down by the wagon.
That's what I
Seriously
figured.
considered going and getting a cup of mead, but Bade is there, and so yeah, no.
Actually, Bade was behind you, but yes, he will eventually head back over there. So yeah, he might keep you away. That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't want to feed into that. So
Absolutely not.
all right, so you'd be back at the wagon. Songbird working everything. Roll me a perception check because I know you're looking for them. Let's see if you actually catch sight of them or know where they are. Because it's I mean wagons are lined up. She could easily like walk by and you didn't notice.
Tower or open?
You can roll it open. I'll tell you right away if you're gonna know. Yeah, no, you saw her. You saw her like approach the wagon. You saw her go into the wagon. She's not in it. She's like on top of it, sitting on the bench. They have to. Oh wait, no, you have tents. She could have probably just went into her tent. So, are you in your tent, Jania?
Yes.
Yeah, so she went in her tent.
Okay. Somewhere's just gonna make note of that and be like, I'm gonna wait till later on that one.
Okay.
Because usually Jinya's out and about and keeping an eye on things. For her to go into the tent, something's wrong. But I'm gonna leave her alone for a little bit.
Or she's going to sleep.
With Bade, Bade came back.
Yes, when Bade comes back, he'll just tell you, it's like, wow, that's exciting. It looks like some woman was taken by her family and some giant birds.
Okay. That kind of explains a lot of things and everything like that. Did you see what all happened? Did you hear what all happened? Did anything happen with, your girl over there?
Oh, I kept her safe.
Uh-huh.
I did. I kept her safe.
Okay.
Made sure that no harm came to her. But there was a lot of screeching, a lot of screaming. Some magics, I think, were being wielded. And then these magnificent looking elves just came up and snatched her away with the help of a giant bird. A magnificent beast, if I must say so. It's a shame I'm not a bard. I'd probably sing a song about it.
Well,
and kind of like opens his eyes and look
write
at
everything. Well, you know what? You could just write it all down and I'll write it for you. But until then, I guess all these tips right here are mine. Jingle, 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 jingle.
That's not how that works.
You did leave me alone.
For like 10 minutes. I literally gone for like a moment.
I know, I rocked it.
I was dealing with travesty.
Mm-hmm.
I was being no. That is not how this works.
You sure?
Yes.
She'll smile and drop the bag in the sand.
I'm gonna have to start rethinking our arrangement.
You need to lighten up a little.
I
Particularly, and she'll give him a side glance. Particularly, if you want to get on her good side.
I think saving her life is not getting on her good side. I was heroic.
Did you really save her life?
Well, I think I did.
Mm-hmm.
I think I did. I stopped them from tackling her. They were drawing weapons and everything. The large female lady who yelled "hold" might have something to do with it. But you know what? I'm going with my version. I like it better.
Yeah.
You're really not
I'll
helping.
see how it is. So, Somewhere's just gonna smile and be like, okay. Turn back around, start humming to herself, and continuing with the drinks.
All right.
But still kind of keeping an eye in the direction of Junia's tent.
Okay, keep an eye on the direction. Basically, Vero, you return to your tent eventually, or you hang out with the brothers for a
Yep.
little while. Give Ginny some space because she's in the tent by herself.
Yep.
Roz, you continue back from the camp, return, and again, uh, Roz, you notice the Jawa not far from Ginny's tent, and then we're gonna stop there and take a break.
Yep.
Because we have gone a little bit over, and hopefully nothing else will crash. Okay, so 10-minute break. Everybody,
Why did you say
head out. And well, I say it like that because I'm trying to like put that positive juju in the air. All right, go take a break, refill your drinks, use the bathroom, do whatever, get a snack. I don't like, but come back. We'll be back in a minute. All right. Okay. Goodbye. Or well, no, break time.
God dang it.
And we're back.
We're back. Yay!
And we're attempting to be back.
Okay, mic's on. Mic's on.
You're up.
Yay!
Okay. So we left off. Basically, there was a little bit of drama in the camp. Actually, there was a lot of drama in the camp, and
A hell of a lot of drama in the camp.
Something happened in the camp.
That tracks.
Emotional damage.
Kidding.
Lauren just redeemed emotional damage in the chat. All right. So,
You're not wrong.
Vero,
Dun,
like
dun,
I
dun.
said, you're outside your tent looking towards it.
Mhm.
And, Jenny is inside. The brothers have gone about their business and then finally retired for the evening. And you see the Jawa just kind of standing there looking at your tent. And then looking at you.
I will. I'm assuming that throughout the caravan, most people are.
Wait, hold on. I don't have a dice for I don't have a counter for halfling's luck. I gotta get one.
Insomnia!
Hold on.
Why does he need halfling's luck? For reals, dude.
Alright, we're gonna do the 8-sided for halfling's luck. I don't know how it relates, but now I have one of those. Okay, cool. Love it. I gotta remember what they're all for now. Well, I thought I had it.
Yes,
but-
I understand if he rolls a one. You know what?
Yes, that's what it does. Thank you, Insomnia. You're the best, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
I feel bad when Insomnia finally plays in one of my games. It's gonna be like disadvantage, advantage to the monster, disadvantage.
How much am I willing to reach into my into my stores to?
I've got a decent amount too, you know.
Right?
How much? How many points you got?
35.1.
I need you to pump those numbers up. Those are rookie numbers.
I'm working on it. I know. Well, it's kind of hard to catch up to a pro like you. Working on it though.
He has an advantage though. He's in all the games. Like,
Yes.
oh,
But I'm usually in chat unless I'm working.
that's true. All right. So, Vero,
Yeah.
Jawa.
Yes. So I'm assuming that this is about the time that everyone really kind of lays down. Like most people are calling it for the night. So it's fairly calm around, and there's just Jawa staring at me.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess the thing that I would do is, for starters, is I would stand there and just for at least for a little bit, just staring back, watching this person.
Isn't there a song of people just staring at each other? Or staring at objects? Staring at paintings. There's a song where people staring at paintings. Don't mind it. I need a hair clip.
Oh, Wandering got first because we broke in the stream. It's like, wait, what?
But yeah, I'm just going to be staring back at this person and watching them confused on why there's a small person constantly showing up watching, and now watching me watch them.
Okay, so you're watching them watch you. I guess
We're having-
they'll kind of just. And the
Wave.
halfling height look, they have a reddish hair, but in the light, like the night light, their hair has like a metallic like sheen to it, almost like a shine to it. Like it's very unique color. But
All right, well,
it reflects almost like gold, but a little duller maybe.
I will, in that case, since I was gonna say hi, but I'm like, I think if I start talking to a random person right next to the tent, I'm gonna possibly disturb an upset person. So I'll stand up and walk away from the tent, and
Hero's
I
gonna
guess
go
I'll
ask what conditioner he uses.
yes.
Right? How do you get it so
What
lush?
It's
what
so
routine do you
pretty.
use? Yeah. Um. But yeah, I'll approach the halfling person and I'll just be like, yeah. I'll just, can I help you? Because did he come in with the group of five, or did he just suddenly appear?
He suddenly no, he's been like if you think about it, the Jawa's probably been walking around the camp for a while,
Hmm.
like at least a couple of days. You didn't notice him till Longnose found him, so that was like 2 days ago that you noticed him and
Okay.
Longnose. So once, because you knew Longnose, you met him. He's overly inquisitive, following Roz around. But then he's no longer following Roz around for a while. Now he's talking. He was talking to the Jawa, and
Okay.
so that's when you like first caught sight of him and like made a note of him. And since you've made a note of him, he's repeatedly showed up over the last few days.
Okay. Then I will comment on. Um. Do you normally stand and stare at people, or did you pick that up from the guy at the other cart who seems to stand and show up staring at people and listening to them?
That's your cue, bro.
Sometimes I'm just very, very curious about what is going on. Do you happen to know why she was sad? And he will point at the Jawa will point at the tent.
Uh,
And why don't I
kind
have a
of.
cam for you, Thorn?
Hold on.
Thank you.
There it is.
Kind of, but not exactly sure why she's sad. I haven't had a chance to ask her. She seemed sad and upset. Okay.
From my understanding, people when they are sad, usually it helps to give them a hug. That usually helps them feel better. I don't know if that will work this time.
I don't think I've ever seen her hug someone.
That sounds very sad and very lonely.
That does sound kind of sad. And I'm just gonna now. I think now we're both standing next to each other, staring at the tent.
So you two are talking about that is very sad. Outside, Jenny, you're in your tent quietly, like trying to keep it together, and you can
Hmm.
hear Vero talking to someone outside about hugs or sadness. Also, Thorn, can you like your mic is a little bit lower than everybody else's? I don't want to I don't want you to be like lost in the mix.
Is this better?
A little bit,
I think so.
maybe.
Hmm.
Do I have Thorn like lowered? No, I have
You're
to
not.
check.
Could you
Nope, you're
imagine?
fine.
Could
I
you
have him
imagine
turned
if you
all the way
turned
up, and
into?
I still
Yeah,
am having problems.
Oh, I hear him.
I,
I haven't
I can
checked
hear,
out,
but I
but I
also
hear him
have them
fine.
in my earpieces, so I don't know how chat is how it's sounding to chat.
He's lower on
Hopefully,
the levels than the audio mixer too, so
if I have to, I'll turn up the thing. But then Vero or Roz talk, and it's like blowing out eardrums.
Or you could just actually just turn him up in Discord.
hmm
Well, we'll see how it
Hmm.
goes. Chat, can you hear everybody? Namely Thorn. I don't know if anybody's listening to me now.
Anyways,
Okay,
Thorn, shed
let's
your
go.
vocals.
This is an official sound test. One,
Sounds old.
2, 3, 4.
Like, you sound
I think
fine
it
to
sounds
me.
That's
fine.
better.
Yeah, that's yeah. We got a good peg on that one.
Okay, good. Okay, we can hear you. Yay! All right, good. All right, so again, you hear this conversation happening outside your tent. You recognize one of the voices, the other one you don't.
And I hear them talking about sadness and hugs.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna stay right where I am because that just sounds like a real dangerous combination in the mood that I'm in right now.
It's like warning, warning.
But I'm definitely like listening to them because the fact that like Vero is involved in this conversation is super funny.
Like, you hear
So
Vero says, "You're right. That does sound sad."
yeah, and I'm like, so I'm kind of confused because that's somebody's actually drawing Vero in, which is impressive for
Mhm.
one thing.
The world has gone crazy.
The world has gone crazy. So Virginia's just gonna kind of sit kind of by the door of the tent and listen because it's kind of brightening her mood a little bit because it's not normal for Vero to be this like involved in a conversation with someone.
He said something that sparked my interest. I don't know what to tell you.
It's profound.
It's adorable.
He said that he is interested in. It seems he gave off the way he said it was different, but he seems like he's interested in learning things, and I'm like, I can get behind that. And then so that was enough for me to start a conversation.
You're drawn in by the hair and kept in by
The
the
luscious,
need
yeah, the
to learn.
luscious locks. Hmm.
Okay, noted.
All right, Roz. Eventually, you'll come back to camp.
Okay.
Okay. And usually you kind of just go back to doing about your business or whatever. But this time you came back and you passed by Vero and Ginia. Well, you passed by Vero and he's talking to the Jawa.
Well, since we're not supposed to know each other, he is just going to good evening, sirs, and just keep walking.
Hello.
They
Do you
both
think I
wave.
should?
They both wave
Do you
at you.
think? Hmm. Do you think I should ask her tomorrow if she needs a hug?
I, yes, I would do that. Sometimes people need some time before they would like a hug.
Hmm, maybe I'll do that. I might be sleeping outside tonight. I don't know if I should go in there.
If you need a place to sleep, I know a very nice rock you can lean against. It's very comfortable.
At this point, Ginia's gonna pop her head out of the tent and go, if you need to come sleep, Vero. It's fine.
You need a hug?
They're
Um,
very helpful.
ask me again tomorrow.
Okay. This is my new friend, I guess. What's your name?
My name is Elios.
This is Elios. He was worried about you too.
And now I'm really curious why some random Jawa is worried. So I'm gonna go out and introduce myself.
So now I keep calling him Jawa because he's a halfling, but he's definitely
Yeah.
covered up, like overly
Mhm.
covered up.
Mm-hmm.
He's like kind of short for a halfling.
Kind of short for a stormtrooper. Yeah, I'm gonna go out and introduce myself just to kind of get my mind off of everything that's going on. Because if Vero's interested in this person, they must be pretty damn interesting.
Right?
Because Vero's very rarely actually interested in anyone.
I feel like we stared at each other probably a little longer than what two normal people would stare at each other before I approached, just to be fair. Elios, this is Jinya. She's part of the guard with me for these two carriages.
And
Oh, what?
you'll notice, like, for the first time that she's changed her hair.
It is nice to meet you. As he said, my name is Elios. Um, I am also traveling with this caravan. Uh, not as a guard. I just am traveling with them down the road.
Are you going to Waterdeep?
Uh, I'm looking for my brother. He seems to have gotten himself into a bit of a pickle.
Songbird, you notice the three of them, well, the two of them talking to the halfling now.
Mm-hmm. At what time of day, night is it?
It's you still have customers, but it's more like quiet drinking time.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, nobody here drinks to like ridiculous excess. Um, so you still have regular customers that are just like sipping their drinks, having talks or whatever. But you do notice that the companions are there talking to Aldor, and they're basically selling themselves. The things we could do for you. And Aldor, being the paranoid putz that he is like feeding into it.
Oh yeah. Have I seen Rose come in yet?
You did see Roz walk by because of the way he approached the camp. He kind of passed where, but again, he doesn't like acknowledge any of you because none of you are supposed to know each other.
Mm-hmm. Which way did Roz go?
So it like he would have walked right past all of you and then went to his um further up the line.
Okay, Roz, where are you at?
Well, he's
Let me
probably
ask that way.
by now back at his wagon, his stagecoach, whatever you want to call it.
Okay. Outside or inside?
He's outside.
Mm.
He's an outdoor cat, not an indoor cat.
Roz doesn't sleep inside houses when he has entire houses. What makes you think he's inside a freaking car?
I don't know if he. I don't know if he went inside to look for something, whatnot. I didn't say if
No.
he was sleeping or not. Are you still awake?
Yeah, yeah. He's actually kind of sitting with his back up against one of the wheels of the stagecoach, whatever it is, and he has this bow in his lap, and he's kind of just running his hands over it, and you're far enough away that you can't hear him say things, but
Mm-hmm.
you see expressions change on his face, and his lips are moving.
Okay, so Songbird's going to kind of look around, see that everything's calmed down. It's at its usual kind of almost winding up or winding down part of time.
Mm-hmm.
And ask Bade, is like, Bade, he's always running around, he's checking security and everything like that, but he never gets to stop by. Can I take him a drink like of water or milk or whatever have? But I don't think I've ever seen a tabaxi drink actual alcohol, but
He kind of looks at you. He goes, "We're serving stout."
it's a gracious, it's a gracious thing. Thanks for keeping us safe so we can sell alcohol.
Take him
Just
a
saying.
stout. I mean, I don't have a problem with you taking him a stout. You know how much to charge him, but I don't serve milk. I don't serve water. We serve alcohol, and today's alcohol is a stout.
Okay, fine. Let me have a stout.
There you go. And why am I serving you? And he'll kind of like point
Because
to.
you're right next to the keg.
Fair enough. He'll pour you a drink and like hand it to you.
Thank you. On my way to Roz's cart, is there any place that would have like water or milk?
Well, everybody has supplies. So you have supplies, probably water, not milk, because milk would go
Yeah, I
bad.
was
But
about
you
to say.
probably have water. Like everybody has water, and like the drinks are just for like, the evening,
Extra.
a little extra,
Mhm.
yeah. But everybody has supplies.
All right. Well, I'm just gonna go ahead and carry the stout. Kind of make my way around. and everything like that, saying hi to people, whatever, and everything like that, making my way to Roz.
Okay. So you make your way to Roz. You will be passing Vero, Elios, and Ginia.
As I'm passing by, I'm gonna like, gesture a good evening, kind of like hi type thing. Take note of Elios, even though I don't know his name yet. Um, and I see that Jinya's out, and I'm assuming she's got a curious look on her face because of little halfling.
Yep. And as you're walking by, I'm going to grab the stout out of your hand.
But
I'm like, thank you.
It's been a long
That
day. I
works.
need a drink.
she's like, perfect.
That works. I'm like,
Thanks.
perfect. The freaking. He won't drink it anyway here. Yes, definitely. Take it. Take it. I'm going to be back. Give me a sec. So I'm going to keep on going to Roz.
When Songbird shows up, Roz will kind of hear her a few steps out and kind of look up.
Thorin, you can go ahead and grab it. Because if not, these messages I'm going to send you are not going to work.
Got it.
Okay. So, wait, are you on the cart or are you.
No, he's on the ground, kind
On
of
the ground.
cross-legged.
Okay.
He'll look up and see it's you, and he'll kind of.
He's
Yes.
like, hello, Captain of the Guard.
Roz does not know. What is it you would like?
Your I don't even know. Wait, I had a word in my. Damn it, my brain just died on me. Your charge, or your boss?
Yes, my employer, yes.
You may have some companions really, really soon. And she's just gonna kind of point over at the group and kind of draw your attention to Aldor just drooling all over these guys.
That is very curious. Well, if he does
He's
bring them back, he obviously has no need for Raz. If
Oh.
they're as good at adventuring as they say.
I don't know. I've been listening to them all night, and most of it sounds like very entertaining stories, which has helped my boss tremendously. However, I find that this could be a problem for safety purposes. But again, your boss seems to be very enamored by them. So, I wanted to give you a heads up because you might have your handful in a bit.
Well, what is the saying? Merrier is the more? Um, Something like that. We will
Hmm.
see if they come into the camp. Lars will welcome them, and it is the employer's discretion on what to do. But yes, thank you for the heads up.
No problem. If my boss asks you, the stout was great.
Stout.
Good. The
Raz does
he,
not drink alcohol.
I know, I know. Actually, Jinya has it right now, but he wouldn't let me bring you water or milk. Well, we don't really have milk, but he wouldn't let me bring you any of that. So it was.
This is fine. Raz has his water skin here.
Mhm.
He is fine. But thank you for thinking of me.
It's no problem. Everything's going okay. I kind of haven't been able to talk to you a while. And she's gonna look down at the bow and just kind of raise an eyebrow.
Yes, this is very strange. I believe it. You could call it a gift from the Golden Stag. Very, very strange that
Would
encounter.
would Songbird kind of know the history? being Elven and then also being a bard, kind of know stories or the history of the Golden Stag.
You could roll a history check.
History.
Would you say the bow's beauty is staggering?
I was
It is.
wondering. I was like, damn, you got rookie numbers tonight. Here where they come.
I wasn't lying when I said I was tired.
Yep, I can see.
All right, so while I'm doing that, you can type that out. Let's see, where's my history? Oh, there it is. Ah, that's when I get a nat 20. Okay.
Unbelievable. You've heard stories.
Do I get to inform? Look, do I get to inform Roz? Oh, story time.
You want to tell him a story about? Well, that's not fair because then I'm doing the story. Hold on.
Yes, it is. You never came. Oh, surprise! I know stuff
Mm-hmm.
for once.
You've heard stories, okay, that
Mm-hmm.
basically it's kind of like a vision. It's like the forest itself is manifesting itself to talk to someone they deem worthy. It's either a golden stag, a unicorn, a white stag. There's very varying stories that you've heard. But basically it's the embodiment of the forest itself. Some say influenced by the elven gods. But like it's more like how many times have you heard like different versions of Camelot or King Arthur? It's kind of one of those stories that's been told and told so many times, but
But still, all kind of still the same basis.
right, all still so all still the same story. It's the core of the story is majestic animal, forest, elven gods. Those are the core parts of the story.
All right. So she'll explain that to him, and then he was like, "It looks like you have been chosen, Rosamund."
Um, it is all very strange to Raz. Yes, Raz speaks with the elven tongue, but he is not elven. It is um, very humbling to have another race offer you something as beautiful as this. I was also given. Well, Raz will not give you that. He's still working on something that the Golden Stag spoke to him. But once Raz figures it out, he will let you know. But
Well, sometimes messages given to us by higher beings are made to be messages for ourselves. I mean, should you choose to share, that's fine, but you don't have to.
yes, it very cryptic in its
Mm.
meaning or in its nature. So once Raz has figured it out, perhaps he will let the others know. But for now, Raz is just so grateful for this stunning weapon. Um,
Mm-hmm.
it is my grandfather, as you know, was a great adventurer himself, and Raz feels that as he is watching over Raz, he may have influenced this, but who knows? It's what Raz wants to believe. But
Mm-hmm.
thank you for coming by. Uh, Perhaps we should not spend too much time talking to each other since we are not supposed to know one another.
Well, since I came here on a mission to bring you a drink, it
Yes,
it's kind of a good
yes, it is under the covers. Yes,
cup. You make sure you get some rest.
yes. Thank you, and Raz will do that.
Mm.
Good night.
Yeah, she almost reaches out to kind of pet your head like she did before, and she's like, familiarity. It's like, Then she
You
just
get a
waits.
little toothy grin just where you see the canines.
All right, so she'll head back the way she had gone because she's got to get the tankard back from Jinya anyway.
Okay. Did Junior
So
drink the whole thing?
Yep.
Junior was like, "I'll take that."
Down.
Mm-hmm.
Bottoms up, man.
All right. So you'll come back now while you two are having a conversation. What were you three talking about?
I think we've just watched, for starters, watched Jinya just chug a whole flagon of alcohol,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm just going to just stare at her for a second and be like, "Do you feel better after that?" 'Cause I also don't drink, so I don't.
Maybe a little bit.
It was good, a little barky, but it was good.
Well, that's good. Well, usually a cup of tea will do it for me. So I guess I can understand, kind of. What drink do you like? And I'll uh, look down at our halfling friend, ask him what his drink of choice is.
My 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 mother usually gives me water because usually it's all we drink.
Water's a good choice.
It's all I know.
Oh no.
Maybe you should try some tea. It's just water, but has a different flavor to it.
I would be interested in trying these.
Uh-uh.
Oh, I'll look at Virginia. Do you want tea too?
I may need some later. We should probably go sit down because we're kind of just standing around.
Okay, I can make some tea before the fire goes out.
I'm just gonna kind of give him some
Oh
side eye.
boy.
I get to enjoy some tea. What do you want?
You said the magic words. All right, so where are you going to make this tea? What fire? Are you going to the camp?
Our fire that we probably had.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. So you're going to your fire. Okay. So
Yeah.
you head over to your fire. It still is. You stoke it up a little bit, get it like nice and hot again. I was gonna say Jay shrunk.
That is Jay's niece.
Oh, she looks like a little version of Jay.
They do look surprisingly similar.
All right. So, Zero, you stoke up the fire. Begin to like. Do you have tea making implements? I guess you do. Yeah, that's fine. So you'll start making up a tea. Else you'll see he'll take some water and start bringing it to a boil. Not the way you used to drinking it, but there it is.
I'll watch very inquisitively.
Okay. Jenny, Elios has almost like a childlike quality. Like he's watching Vero and he's like, "Oh, interesting." Like, like he's never heard of tea.
Mm-hmm. And for once, Jenny is just gonna sit back and pull a Vero and just watch them
Okay.
because it's adorable watching
Somebody.
Ilios kind of watch Vero do things because I don't think Vero's used to people watching him do things.
Okay.
No, I'm usually the one watching people do things.
Uh-huh.
Right. So, while you're making tea, eventually Songbird will make an appearance. She will retrieve the cup. Are you stopping for long, Songbird, or you just what you see is
Well,
basically what I just said. You see Vero making tea, and the halfling like watching him, like and then Ginny just watching the two of them, like, what is going on here?
my main focus is going to be Jinya because it's going to be like one of those kind of double takes. Like, I don't even have the energy for this one. Okay. Just going. She'll go over to Jinya, who has the freaking tankard and everything like that. And she'll see that it's empty and is like, So, was it a rough night? She'll look down at you.
I don't know if you've heard, but uh, Vermouth is gone.
I have. I've heard a very interesting version of the story, which I have a feeling is a bit fluffed. So, Songbird will kind of squat down and be like, seriously, are you okay?
I kind of have to be. I don't really have a choice. I've been exiled, so
I'm sorry, what?
I can't go home.
Because of Vermouth? Or because
Because of
whatever
me.
happened in there?
Because of me. They think that I'm a bad influence.
On her? Isn't
Yep.
that kind of the other way around?
I don't really want to talk about it right now.
No, that's fine. That's fine. Just thoroughly confusing. Very, very confusing. But you're okay. You're safe. And you
I'm
seem to
safe.
have a new companion. She'll look over at Elias.
I don't know
And I'll
exactly
look.
what Elios is doing. I don't know if he's paying attention to your conversation, but I think he's more interested in the tea. Okay, he's shaking his head. Yes, so yes, he's watching the
Mhm.
tea, not listening to you two.
Hero's excited for some tea, so he's
Hmm.
fully
Ignoring us
enveloped in
too.
making some tea.
Mhm.
Oh my gosh.
I'm interested in the tea, not the tea, ladies. Thank you.
That was the tip on the
Shh,
pun.
you're messing with my process. Yes, I'm getting the thing. It's not a triple pun. It's just one pun with a bunch of aspects to it.
I said a trip on the pun.
Oh, okay. I thought you said it was triple pun. Sorry, I misheard. Don't
Yeah,
yell
not
at
a
me.
triple pun.
Stop yelling
Anyway.
at me in my stream.
You might shush.
Stop telling me to shut the fuck up, too.
So,
Okay.
like she
go
said,
ahead.
you have a new little friend, new companion. I think is actually the word I said.
That's how it seems. He seems awfully interested in Vero. It's kind of adorable.
Really?
Look at him.
I want to stay longer, but Bade's gonna make me come back.
Yeah,
Speaking,
we don't want to get caught, you know.
speaking of Bade, okay,
Please
one,
don't.
okay, well that takes care of everything. But he does keep asking your name. Do you want me to just give your real name or some go with Nanya?
Nanya's a good name, yeah.
Okay,
Yep.
alrighty.
Boo.
Uh, all right. Well, she's gonna take the tankard, say her goodbyes, kind of glance at the two staring at the tea. I'm like, man, I'm missing all the fun. And go back over to the Bade.
Okay, you head back to the Rolling Tavern. Bade is basically quietly standing there watching you, and when he sees you come back, he's like, "And."
And
Did she tell
do
you
you
how
go?
I rescued her?
No.
Oh, she's probably still in shock.
You know, she didn't want to talk about it.
Well, yes, I can understand that too. It may have been very traumatizing meeting me.
Yeah, you are traumatizing.
Right?
What?
Don't think
Oh,
that word
never
means
mind.
what you think it means.
Oh,
so
I don't think the word means what you think it.
so you guys will go back and forth a little bit, and then eventually he'll start cleaning up, putting everything away. Well, he won't start. He's humming a little song. Hey, thank you, Jay. Everybody drink. He's humming a little song, watching, like, you see he has a little
Routine.
pep in his step. All right, and he actually helps you do your job, like cleaning up and stuff.
Oh no.
I'm drinking. And
Ain't
then
nothing but
Get
it's
'em.
tea.
Get him, Jay.
and then you guys will go about your business. Um, Everyone's pretty much headed off to bed except for Andor and the companions. And eventually, Andor is like, "Yep, I'm gonna let him know right now." And he's like, "I will see you. Actually, come." And the six of them stand up and all walk away together. Andor does look a little bit drunk.
Oh dear.
You see, all of you see this. You see the six of them basically marching towards Andor's wagon.
Aldor?
Aldor, sorry, Aldor. Andor.
Okay,
I'm thinking of the Rebels show. Aldor, sorry.
like
Pronunciations and names. What did I tell you? Anyway, Aldor.
Mhm.
So Aldor, they head over to his wagon, and you all see this happening. They're kind of marching, and Aldor's like, "Yeah, I'm not gonna deal with this. I don't need to be treated this way." And so I'm so glad I met all of you. And they're just walking like heads up, smiling, kind of looking at each other. And the three of you watch this procession past your tents. About your tea is almost done, Vera.
Okay.
So,
oh boy.
and again, Roz, the stagecoach half track, pickup truck, wagon is not that far away from you. It's only like 2 over from where you guys are. So you'll see them all like walk over there, and Aldor, he'll kind of go, Roz, I need to speak with you.
Yes. What is it that you need to speak to me about?
Where's that witch woman?
She has gone.
What? See, this makes it so much easier. How much was I paying you?
I believe it was 5 gold per 10 day.
For 10 day. Sounds a little bit rich, but okay. So I'll double it, and I'm going to give it to you. And he turns around to the companions, and they all kind of like look at each other and nod and go, yeah, shake hands a little bit. He says, Roz, I'm sorry, but you're fired.
Very well. Thank you for a time.
I,
With you.
I,
Thurban, it has been good to ride along in the whatever this is stagecoach with you. Uh, good, good to know you. I will be seeing you. And with
oh,
that, Roz gets up off the ground and he'll walk out into the darkness.
into the darkness,
Mm-hmm.
like away from the wagons.
Yeah, out where there's no more light. Basically, he'll go. Actually, he'll go find that rock that the eagle landed on, and he'll perch up there.
All right,
Since there's no trees.
all right. So you're heading out into the. So you hear Aldor like look. Says, he took that better than I thought he would. All right, you heard him. You all will be paid handsomely. Make sure I arrive safely. I'm going to go into my wagon now, and he will climb
That's-
into his wagon.
50 gold a
He's-
10 day that he just said that he was going to pay them. in
Well, no,
total.
he said he would double it. So he's gonna pay them
Double 5.
10 gold.
Okay, because I was like, because he was paying one of them and he hired 5 people.
Yeah, that's a question for his drunk ass to figure out.
Yeah, I was
tomorrow.
gonna say. It's like Jesus. He promised a bunch of money. This is the guy you need to get a job from when he's drunk. Boy.
Mhm.
So anyway, he'll climb back into the wagon, and they'll help him up into the wagon. And they'll look at each other as soon as he gets in. They like start going, yeah, and they're shaking each other's hands, and they basically like start getting ready to um be his guards now. You'll all kind of see like Roz stand up, say thank you very much for the opportunity, and walk off into the darkness. Except for you, Songbird, you're a little bit too far away.
Mhm.
Oh, I think the tea's done, and I will pour a cup.
It's all about the tea.
And I'll pour myself a cup, and I'll pour a cup and hand it
So you have like,
over to the halfling friend, and then I'll look at Ginny and be like, "Do you want one now or later?"
I'm good now, and I'm gonna get up and kind of follow Roz and see what's going on. Since
okay,
pretty much everybody else is asleep.
okay. Oh, I have to change this. Hold on, I have to make some moves that I didn't do because I forgot. And we're gonna
Well,
do
what is your thought
this.
on
What a
tea?
shame.
I didn't. Well, it was like small forgetfulness, but I did forgetfulness.
This water is very hot.
Yes, it's the heat of of the water brings the flavor out of the tea.
Yeah, so he's basically made boiling water and put leaves in
I guess it's simplistic, yes.
it. And you're like
This
looking
is
at
in
it like,
fact hot leaf water. Yes.
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 Yeah, 100%. There no tea bags then. This is loose leaf too.
It's hilarious.
So where do you get these leaves? Do you just grab them from any tree and boil them?
No, they come from specific trees or plants, and some are better than others. Some taste different, but it's not. Actually, I've had teas now that I think about it that were just leaves off the ground. Those weren't bad. They weren't as good. They weren't bad.
This is all very new information. Thank you for teaching me.
Uh, yeah, no problem. I like
Yay.
learning things.
Rose got a little buddy.
Right?
Well, maybe tomorrow I can teach you something. It probably won't taste good because it's not a food like this tea is. But maybe I can teach you something tomorrow.
Okay. Um, yeah, that sounds great.
Okay, so you two continue on your tea conversation. Ginny, you head off into the woods to look for Roz. Being that you're an elf, you're not totally blinded, but it's still difficult to move around in the dark. So I need you to roll me a survival. Lightning dice.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
Hmm.
Roz, you didn't head
Hmm.
anywhere like too far away. You just went to the
No,
rock where
wherever
the
that
eagles.
boulder was where
Right.
the eagle landed.
So, you kind of figure where he's going. It's where everything just happened. So you head into that direction, and you see him sitting on top of a rock.
Genia?
What are you doing out here, Roz?
Well, it is a short story. I was fired by the employer. He has hired hmm, the other adventuring party to protect him, which is fine. Ross cares not. He has many other responsibilities. What are you doing here?
Honestly, I came out here to check on you and to kind of get away from all the noise.
Yes, it is. It is good to get. Come, come. Pull up a chair. Sit by Raz.
And I'll climb up on the rock and just kind of sit by him.
Aw.
So, how are you doing? I know a lot has happened tonight for you.
I'll be okay. I'm not okay, but I'll be okay. I don't really have a choice.
Roz is kind of gonna just move around a little bit, and he says, "Meras, meras," and he'll put his arm around her and kind of just pull her in a little bit.
And at that point,
Family,
she's just gonna fall apart and start crying and like
it's,
lean into him.
it is okay, little one. Family is very hard to understand sometimes. I know you and Vermouth were very close, but at the same time, you were at odds. So I know the turmoil in your heart is breaking. But uh, if ever you need to talk with Ross, I don't care if people know Ross knows you. We have been on this venture so far for a week or so, and we are going to know one another eventually. So we do not have to put up the disguises anymore, as far as whether we know each other. But Roz wanted you to know that he hurts for you as well. And if there's anything Roz can do for you, please do not hesitate to ask him. Will you not?
Thank you, Roz. I appreciate it.
He'll he'll take his tail. His tail will kind of come up around, and he'll kind of brush the tears away off her cheeks with
Aw.
the tip of her tail, his tail. And this adventuring thing is it is hard to keep the emotions in check when the dagger goes through the heart, if you know my meaning.
I do. I think I'm just lucky because while Vermouth is gone and I don't really have a home at this point, but I feel like I have you guys and we're kind of a family now.
This is true. This is true. You have a home where Raz is. He will always be here for you. And Raz wants you to know that. You need something, you ask Raz. Something is bothering you, you tell Raz. Someone is bothering you, you tell Raz. Yes?
Sounds good. I feel the same way.
Well,
I like
it
how
is.
like each tell Roz was different. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No,
You're
you,
killing the mood, Havoc.
Sorry.
Buzz
You,
I
kill.
thought he was done. All right, go ahead.
you have had a rough day. If you wish, you may stay here with Raz. If you need to go back to your tent, it is fine. If you just need someone to be with you, Raz is here.
I think I'd like to stay here and just be in the quiet. I know we both wake up early, so we'll be up well before the brothers or Vero and his new best buddy wake up to pack up tents and stuff.
You having said that, he'll kind of stand up. He'll offer his hand. He'll help you up, and he'll kind of take you over to one part of the rock, and he'll kind of do the circle thing. Start doing the circle thing, and
Oh.
every circle he'll get lower and lower, and as he gets right down to the ground, he'll have that little pocket, and he'll say, "Here for you."
And I'll just snuggle up next to him.
Good
Aw.
night.
Good
Kitty
night.
couch.
Okay. So you two go sleep on a rock. That was awesome, and I didn't mean to kill the vibe. I actually thought you were done, but that's fine. So,
Kitty couch.
everybody, okay. So you guys are out there doing your thing, and Vero, Elios, you two are making tea and sharing like leaf water. Songbird, you eventually will clean up, and the night will go. So, I did award experience points as we were going through this because I'm trying to match. So I thought there was some really good roleplay going on. So I gave some experience points, inspirations. Some of you didn't get any because I can't give you any more. Use them. So that being
To be fair, we haven't had to roll anything really in the
that,
past.
I know. To
couple.
be fair,
Mhm.
It's been a lot
So-
of encounter, a lot of RP.
right. So, um, the next day, like the night goes kind of quietly. The next day, um, everybody goes about their business. You two wake up early, head back into camp, um,
Do the
do the scouting and everything,
yep, yep.
and then Karen will like ask you. She says, "I heard that you've been replaced, and we're missing one person, obviously.
Yes.
If you want to continue, I'd appreciate it, but I can't afford to pay you."
This does not matter to Raz. Money means nothing to him. So yes, if you will have me, Raz would be happy to continue to walk along with the caravan. Yes.
Um, excellent. And besides, I don't know if they how they'd handle it. She points back to the Roz boys.
Oh my god! Fangirl Club sitting behind, waiting to see if he's still
I'm
staying.
imagining T-shirts and foam fingers.
Right? All right.
Is he looking
So,
at
They'll start
me? No,
putting
he's
tails
looking at
on. He's
me.
out.
ow. That's ow.
If they put tails on, Raz is gone.
Oh my god, that'd be great, but I don't know how they can do that. Anyway, so you go about and you're doing that stuff. Ginny, you return back to the camp, and Vero, I'm sure you went back into the tent. What did you do with Elias? Like Elias, what did you do? You just went back to like your normal, or you like slept
I
outside
just
the
found
tent?
Yeah, I just went. No, I went and found my comfortable rock that I talked about.
Okay, you went to find your comfortable rock. All right. So in the morning, though, um, when you see everybody going about your business, do you return to see what they're doing?
No, Elias will go around and just kind of help, ask people if they need help, just by gesturing and just kind of like stick out his hands and like try and help them if they require it.
So I need to see what these gestures are. Ow. So you're just going like that to people, asking if they need help.
Yes.
Okay. So for the most part, most people were just looking at you going, no. Some people just like keep push on. Other ones looking at you strangely going, I'm sorry, what? You'll notice that the brothers are probably the nicest of the group, and they look at you going, what, and they start, one of them will start making gestures back at you.
Elias will also make gestures, but they are not sign language. He's just making random gestures.
So he's like looking at you, and you're making gestures, and he's like, and he looks, tilts his head to the side, and like looks back at the group, and you notice that there's one person talking over with Vero and Ginia as they're getting ready, and he like looks back at you and starts making like more signs at you, and then you but he's making gestures. He's actually using sign language, and you're just making hand puppets.
Basically.
So he like looks at you. He goes, and
I stop.
he starts backing away from you and walks over, and he starts rapidly, like quickly, firing over at the brother that can speak, Vero, and you make out some of it. Like he's talking really, really quick, and you make out some of it. And he's like, I don't know what he wants, but he's speaking. He's speaking some weird sign, and the brother's like, really? He's like, so they both go walking over there. So they come over to you, and the brother's like, "Hi, my brother says that you speak sign language," and he's like, while he's talking, he's signing to you.
What sign language?
Uh, this, and he like starts talking with his hands again. And he goes, "Sign language, like you. My brother said you were trying to sign to him in a different type of sign language."
I start making hand gestures and go, is this sign language?
Yes. Well, I don't understand what you're saying though. Like, where are you from?
I'm from the coast. My family, we live in a cave by the coast.
A cave by the which coast? Now, Ginny, you and Vera are standing there watching this.
Um, that is a good question. Um, I've never looked at a map, so I just know that it is the coast, um, next to the ocean. Um, but I don't exactly know where it is. I mean, like I know how to find it, but I could not tell
So,
you.
so wait, you've never looked at how old are you?
Uh, I think so. He just starts counting on his fingers, and he goes 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm 15.
No, they both like so the one who speaks looks at you. The other one's just like looking on, like what's going on, what's going on. You two hear that he's 15, but he
I
didn't count.
whisper to Jinya, I didn't know he could sign.
He's like,
Gina's just gonna shake her head. No. Yep.
so Newhand kind of kneels down, looks at you. He says, "You don't. I mean, you're a halfling. You don't look 15. Are you like? Are you hurt? Are you lost? Do you need help?"
I mean, yes, I need help, but not really. I'm looking for my brother. He went with some friends, and he's seems to have gotten lost.
Well, let's see if we can get you some like see if you could be alright. He's like gonna lead you back towards the wagon. So he's gonna put a hand behind your back and like lead you back towards his wagon. He says, and he signs quickly to the two of you. Not quickly. He signs slowly to the two of you. He says, "I think he's hurt." Like telling Ginny and Vero and his brother, "I think he's
I'm
hurt."
gonna be like, he seemed fine last night, and I'll give him a wave.
Which
Actually, this will wave back.
waves back. He's like, but he's like, he's a halfling. He has to be at least 40. Like,
So-
there's no way he's that young. I mean, halflings have baby face features, but look at him. And so he's like, something's wrong. Something's not right. I don't know what it is yet, but maybe once we like check and see if he has wounds or something, we'll get him. But for now, let's just get him comfortable. And he's signing all this. So Elias, this is just happening quietly around you. You just see their hands moving around.
I mean,
I'll just look
Me
at all of them as this happens. Just go and start flapping my arms too.
Me and Jinya technically have some experience with medicine.
Great. So maybe we can help him out, but maybe we'll give him a ride. Something's off, and I don't know what it is yet. So they're gonna take you and basically put you in the back of their wagon. Here at rest, you can ride with us, and maybe we'll help you. We can help you find your brother. And then they're gonna turn around to Ginny and says, "Can you ask around and see if anybody's missing, like a young halfling?"
Yeah.
Excellent. We'll see if we'll keep an eye on him before something happens to him. So, Ginny, you can go around asking about like what's going on. Roz, you're scouting around. Roz, roll me a survival check for your like scouting mission. Um, so Roz, you um get like you think everything's clear and stuff, but you come across a set of tracks. Okay?
Okay.
And it's a large set of tracks. Like you could put your whole hand into the track. And it looks you believe it's a bear paw.
So there's 4. The stride is 4 claws, not 2.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
Not a
yes.
bipedal.
Yes, I was trying to figure out what you meant. He's like, yeah, no, it's walking on all fours. Yes. So you see, it's big. You can put your whole hand in it. It is very large. Probably the largest bear track you've seen in a long time. And then like you track it for a minute and it's heading back towards the caravan. And as you're walking along, you see something that makes it even more strange. There's a feather.
Just one feather.
One feather. It is an owl feather.
Mm,
All right. Um, let's see. Would Roz be able to put 2 and 2 together?
Did you just put 2 and 2 together?
I did.
Yep. Then Roz put it together too. I'm
And
giving
it's
you that
heading
one.
toward the camp.
And it is heading towards the caravan as they're getting ready to leave.
All right. He will pick up his stride into not a sprint, but a jog,
Okay.
and follow the print.
As you break into a stride and start following, you hear screaming coming from the camp. At the camp, you all hear screaming too, as there is a screeching roar. I'm not doing it. Okay?
Do it.
No, you can't.
I
Last
don't
time I tried to
understand
do
what
it,
you mean by a screeching roar.
sounds like a cross between a bear and an owl.
I missed it the last time. I missed it the last time.
Well,
I
you're not getting it this time either. So,
It's recorded.
Come on.
so
Party
as you
pooper.
you hear like some
That's not
screaming and
fair.
running, and you realize that in the middle of the camp, not very far from Roz's old employer, there is some kind of commotion going on, and people are yelling and screaming.
Roz, as he's running, is gonna pull an arrow, knock it, and keep running.
Okay, so you running
Towards
over there.
the noise. Yeah.
Songbird, you hear this too? Because remember, again, carrot tense. So you can hear the screaming and the shouting. You hear like, "What's going on here?" And then all of a sudden, there is a large growl as this creature stands up on hind legs, and as it rears one of its heads, it screeches into the air, and then you notice 2 more heads looking out to either side.
There it is.
Got to give the chat what the chat wants.
I was about to say.
I need to
Thanks,
find someone to
Anya.
join chat that's going to constantly ask for my characters to be leveled up, since you just give the chat what they want.
Right?
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
Thorn.
there's a 3-headed
Hey, what's
owl bear
Marshmallow Man?
attacking the caravan. And that's where we're going to
Yeah.
start.
Attacking, I was gonna say attacking the group of I was gonna say me as a player just wants to watch these high and mighty top tier adventurers handle this. It
Mm.
should be a
Yeah.
cakewalk for them.
Me as a
Right?
player, yes. But
I'm just
since he's stopping there, I can't. Songbird can't say what she wants to do because
No.
now we're stopped.
I'm
When
getting
we
some serious Gilderoy Lockhart vibes.
Oh,
from
there.
this.
This is a
Right?
bar. I
It's
told
completely
Roz, I'm
Gilderoy.
like, this is a bard party, acting.
so
This is an acting troupe trying to make money.
so as when we return, we will start with initiatives, and you will begin with combat. You guys are fighting. Well, we will begin
Our
great.
initiatives
This.
will be our initiatives and our who does the recap.
Oh yeah, we could do it that way. Perfect.
Right up.
Excellent.
What? You
So-
get pluses with your initiative. I'm giving bonuses.
Wow.
Okay. Anyway, so that's it for this evening. I've been waiting to bring in the three-headed owl bear. You can all thank Insomnia.
Mm-hmm.
No, I won't. I refuse.
And
Oh, that's how that works, huh?
Yep.
No.
yes, because I thought it was great. Well, it could have been three separate owl bears, but that would have been like disastrous. Anyway,
No, that's not what Insomnia asked for.
no, he wanted a three-headed owl bear.
Yeah, I'm
Mhm.
gonna have a discussion with that man. I swear.
And the thing is, he's not here to like witness it.
Not gonna
So-
do any good.
Also, welcome to our new player, Thorn. For those of you who don't know
Welcome.
Thorn has been a part of the community for a while now. He is. I actually played in his fiance's. Yeah, I was gonna say wife, but I was like, wait, they haven't done that yet. So the fiance's, yeah, I would say wife just because, but I played in her game, and that's how I met like Lady M, and then eventually, oh, a raid. Hey, oh, it's Foxy.
Yeah. It's just me.
Hi,
Calm
Foxy
down,
people.
Trigger.
That was kind of harsh though.
No,
Oh,
because
raid.
it took me a minute, and then I was
Yeah,
like, oh
it's
wait, it's
just
Foxy.
Foxy.
I was
Yeah.
excited for
Yeah.
a minute.
Yeah. You were
Let me be
excited until you
excited.
saw it was me, but thanks.
No,
Anyway.
because and there
But Thorn.
half those people are right here. So Thorn will now be joining us.
Oh, so screw the other half.
Fury would not be able to join us for a while, so real life stuff. So Thorn is going to be stepping in and dealing with the insanity. And I'm interested to find out more of his character through actual role play. Oh, no, end raid. Lady M is raiding. Welcome in, raiders, everyone. If those of you who are in here already, welcome in. Hopefully you enjoyed yourselves for the evening. Sorry about the technical difficulties earlier. I blame Lady M.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
I had enough craziness going on.
Yes, you're contagious. So we're gonna go find someone to also raid, but before we do that, we didn't do introductions today because I was trying to get through stuff, and then we were starting late, and we had the issues with song. So we skipped over introductions today. So I kind of talked about everybody a little bit, but would you guys like to promote your channels, Ginny and Songbird?
Sure.
All right, Ginny, you
So-
go first.
I'm Foxy Project. I'm a variety streamer here on Twitch. I do mostly 7 Days to Die, but a lot of other survival crafting type games. Here recently, I just started playing Fallout 3. And I only died 5 times? 6? I don't know. I lost count. I've already lost count of the number of times I've died, but it's been fun. But I stream in the evenings starting at 7 p.m. Central.
Nice. And then we have Lady M. Sorry, I'm typing and looking at stuff at the same time while I look for raiders. Go ahead, Lady M. Put it on us.
Hi, I'm Lady Magdala, also known as Lady M because that's pretty much everyone calls me. It's a lot easier that way. I also am a variety streamer here at Twitch. I usually do the lunchtime leisure gaming. So I am here for your lunchtime entertainment, usually causing mayhem for myself or having, as he discussed today, internet issues. Today was fun. Alrighty. And so in the evenings, we got D&D Tuesdays. This is why you're here right now. And then every other Thursday, also with Havoc and Rhino and Local, it's Dragonlance. And then Saturdays at 10 p.m. Central Time. So the other ones are 7 p.m. Central Time, 11 a.m. Central Time. And then 10 p.m. Central Time on Saturdays is Call of Cthulhu over on Insomnia Night RPG. Yes, the same Insomnia that we keep yelling at here.
I know he won
And
his
we're doing
Albert and
col-
he missed it. Oh my god, that's terrible.
Uh, technically, he hasn't because you stopped it there.
Well, I had to. I had to wait for him to get back.
So over there, we're doing Call of Cthulhu. I think he calls it Shadows of the Orient Express. But I also think they label it as Horrors of the Orient on the Orient Express. So 1920s, Agatha Christie meets Cthulhu. Whoosh,
Yay!
craziness.
All right. Also, and then anything else? I'm sorry, Songbird or Lady M. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, that's it.
You sure?
Mhm.
Okay, great. So, the rest of us don't real well. No, Thorn, Rhino, and Loco don't really stream. I stream, but you're already here, so I don't have to announce that. But yes, Lady M has pretty much mentioned all the days I actually stream. So our next game will be Thursday. Then I have Friday. Wow, I'm doing Thursday, Friday, Saturday this week. That's gonna be fun.
Cool.
Yes.
Oh, that's right. Friday we have that game too.
Friday we're gonna be doing like a small first level game. So hopefully everybody will be able to make it and be able to play. And then we're going to be playing Tomb of Horrors on Saturday, where I'm going to actively try to kill my players. And
You can try.
I'm going to give
How
it
is
my
that
all.
any different than normal?
Right.
Fair.
Because I'm
That's
actively trying. Like, in normal games, I set challenges that can kill you. In Tomb of Horrors, I am going to try to kill you. Fairly, but I will try. I will be making all such attempts. So yes, join us for that. And then that's really about it. I got to go back to work tomorrow, and I'm not happy about it. I should get sick.
Aw.
Anyway, Friday, I may be busy. Wait, what?
You said that now, and now you're gonna
Careful,
get
don't
sick.
give him a headache.
Mm-hmm.
Nah.
Don't give the poor man a heart attack.
What? Okay, so I look. Wait, are they finishing? Oh my god, they're finishing. I found someone's charade and they're leaving. Hold on.
Should have been faster.
I should have, but they would have left anyway. Nobody is playing D&D. So, all right, you remember Ant? He played D&D with me. He was the
Also in
rogue
Jay's.
pirate. Yeah, he was in Jay's game. So we're gonna go raid Ant because we all know him. So let's go say hello to Ant. He's playing Sea of Thieves. We love Ant, so be friendly to him. And we're gonna go over there. Yes, he probably be playing a lot longer. Wait, hold on. So give it a minute. We'll head over, show him love. We'll see all of you hopefully in 2 days, maybe sooner. I don't know what I got going on now. Okay, bye everyone.
Bye.
Ah, wrong one. Wrong. I hit the wrong button.